11 of the 10-day cruise, which should have been a 7-day cruise to Boston, ended up being 11 days to New York. But look at this. What a stunning skyline. We arrived just after midnight. The fog has gone, although it has left a very atmospheric haziness in the sky. All the lights are twinkling in the Big Apple. What an absolutely brilliant view. I've always wanted to arrive in New York by ship. But anyway, I think we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit here. As the ship was coming in after midnight, I thought it would be a good idea to try and stay awake and see the glorious views we came in. Started off at probably one of my favourite places on Norwegian Aqua, the Whiskey Bar. A very extensive menu of whiskies and ryes and bourbons from all over the world, and conveniently quite a few are included in the drinks package. It's only a tiny little bar hidden away, but it's rather good. Went to one of the normal restaurants for dinner. It was an extensive menu, never disappointed with the offerings on an evening. In fact, often there were 2 or 3 courses I fancied, although I'm very curious about this strawberry and spinach salad. I'm not sure what's going on there. That seems to be like a very left field choice for that one. I didn't go for the strawberry and spinach salad, instead I went for the mozzarella starter. There we go, as one would expect. Very tasty indeed. And then fish for the main course. Tiny little carrot. I ate as late as possible so that we'd be awake for the arrival. As we were coming into New York, I noticed the pilot boat coming in. I initially thought we'd have an excellent view of the pilot getting on board, but alas, he goes round to the other side of the ship. Always my luck. Very calm waters out there, though. Should be easy enough for him to get on. Eerily quiet as well. Yeah, you can hardly hear a thing. Occasional bells and sirens from downtown Manhattan. And there he goes, round the stern. Just about see in the distance there, that is the Statue of Liberty, welcoming everyone to New York. Now, it's been a long time since I've been up the Statue of Liberty, but what I do remember is it's not as big as you think. You can go right inside and climb all the way to the top, and you can look at the windows that are the lady's crown. But the windows are absolutely tiny, and it's very cramped inside. It's worth going just to see what it's all like inside. But it's not as big as you might imagine. The building that dominates the skyline there is the World Trade Center. Apart from being a bit cold, it was a lovely evening. No wind, relatively clear, all the fog had gone. Absolutely stunning. I always wanted to arrive in New York by boat. Of course, captain's morning routine, check the map, find out where you are. Of course, we know where we are, we're in New York. Except for it was difficult to film as the announcements kept going off, telling which groups they could leave the ship. Interesting new ship problem here. Here's coffee being poured perfectly. Coffee looks good. More of those damned announcements.
Moving forward with our disembarkation process,
now let's try the tea.
All guests with car luggage tag, red number 2. All guests with car luggage tags, red number 2.
Terrible design for the teapot. Obviously designed by Americans not used to drinking tea. The milk jug, that works as well. Time to leave. Walked off the ship quickly. First time I've seen the ship in 11 days. I've been on it, but not been off it. Let's change to look back. See the hull, all those different colours. We're right here in the upper west side. Look at that, you can see the Norwegian Aqua dominating the view down the street here. Found a little place just around the corner to drop our luggage off. It was all done over the internet. To be honest, it looked a bit shady. There was a couple of guys at the back of a bodega and sort of shoved it in their storeroom. But anyway, we got the luggage back at the end of the day. Now that's all that counts. I do like all these covered sidewalks. Some sort of city ordinance to stop debris falling on your head. But no one ever bothers to repair the building. Of course, the obligatory yellow cab. It does feel like New York now. 42nd Street Metro Station. Very quiet this morning. We've missed the rush hour. One of my favourite streets in New York, Wall Street. Now, it used to be customary to have your photograph taken with the bull, grabbing it by the horns, but now it's grabbing it by the balls. This is the memorial for the Twin Towers. These two reflecting pools are on the exact location of the North Tower and the South Tower. All the names are carved in around the side as well. Of course, a trip to New York wouldn't be complete without a visit to Times Square. I'm standing here, I'm expecting any moment to see a flying saucer whizzing down the street, or aliens arriving on the subway. Nothing feels out of place in Times Square. Not far from Times Square, there's this building. Had a very large police presence on the outside. Inside Trump Towers, Mr. Trump, or Mr. President, is leaning heavily into the fact that he's the 45th and 47th President of the United States. He's renamed the grill the 45th. There's also a deli here with a Trump sandwich. Not quite sure what was in that. I didn't try it. All sorts of paraphernalia here. Make America Great Again hats. A symbolic red and blue ties. Even a pen for signing all those orders. I thought these were silver bars to begin with, but no, they were just chocolate bars. Although, frankly, they're about the same price as a silver bar. Nothing in this shop was particularly cheap. One of the most iconic images of New York is steam escaping from the citywide heating system. Just looks like you're in a film. I was in New York some years ago when they had just completed a renovation works on the Grand Central Station. They drilled through the ceiling and added loads of lights so it gives you a map of the star system. Popped into Central Park on the way up to pick up the hire car. Not the best of weathers to be in New York. Cold and wet. Not very pleasant. This is the view from the cabin. The captain was recording something here, but I've lost the voiceover, so no idea what he's whittering on about. But I hope you've enjoyed this series. It has gone on rather longer than anticipated, but it was all very enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed the content too. And I'm now heading off up to Boston and Canada. Until next time, shipmates.